Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Toppers World. In today's video, I'm going to share with you tips for listening, reading and writing test. On the day of exam, how you should attempt your listening, reading, writing paper. This video is all about that. So first of all, we are going to talk about listening. Listening is an easy module, but still there are many chances that some mistakes can be committed by the students, and that will result in decline in score. So what should be done? What should be done in order to maximize your score? So first of all, number one thing that is very important, very important for all candidates. What is that? Check your headphone properly. Many times it happens, students sitting in exam, when they put on their headphone, and at that time it is in working condition, but after few minutes, 2-3 minutes, or maybe after 10 minutes, maybe there some kind of disturbance, or only one side of the headphone is working, or maybe there is no you're not able to listen the voice. So at that time, what do you need to do? Just immediately stand up and raise your voice. Call the examiner over there, observer over there, and tell your problem. Don't feel shy at that time, and tell them to repeat the listening once again, or whatever you can do over there. Because if you do not talk, or if you do not speak at that time, the result can be disastrous. So first thing is, check your headphone, its jack or its pin properly attached and they are functioning, volume is okay enough. Number two, second most important thing is, if you somehow not able to listen properly any question, or you are not able to attempt any question, then do not panic. Focus on next question. There are 40 questions, and if you somehow are not able to attempt 4 or 5, don't worry about that. Still you can be easily able to get a respectable band score in listening. That could be 6.5 or 7 or more than 7. Number 3, read the questions. 4-5 questions you must read in advance, 4 to 5 questions, and think about those questions. When you read any question, think what can be the possible answer. If there is I need to write any date or name or any address or any process, what can be the answer of this question? So this kind of presumption can always help you to focus and listen the conversation properly and try to find out the answer from the conversation. Listening is just like meditation, so you need to focus a lot. Never allow your mind to go here and there or any short journeys, and just focus on your listening. Okay, this listening is going to have a major effect on your reading. If you are able to do well in listening, definitely your reading will also be good, because people feel motivated. You will feel motivated because you can understand at that time that if you have performed well, your level of encouragement will be very high for reading. So pay attention on listening, and listening score will definitely boost up your morale for reading. And how to attempt reading? This is really very important, because most of the students get nervous when they see reading. So how to do the reading? You already know there are 3 passages, and I just want to suggest you that the way you have already done the practice, or strategies that you have already tried many times during your practice of 1 month or 2 months, you should strictly follow that pattern at the exam time. That can be like this: attempting passage 1, which is easier, spend 20 to 25 minutes, because if you are able to out of 13, if you are able to manage 11 or 12, which is very much possible because this is the easiest section, then you will be able to comfortably reach at level of 6 to 7 band in reading, because this first passage will decide whether you will get 6.5, 7 or 7.5 band. It will be decided by the first passage. If you are with your concentration, with your hard efforts, in 20 to 25 minutes able to make 11 or 12 correct, suppose 11 correct answers are done by you and you spent 25 minutes, then you will spend on next passage, you should spend 20 minutes on passage 2, and suppose you get 7 to 8 correct in second passage, then you have 50 minutes left for passage 3. And I suggest you that MCQs you should avoid, just make a blind guess and focus on other questions like true, false, or headings, or which paragraph contains following information. Suppose you get 11, then 7, 18, and then the third passage you need 5 for minimum 23, and you are at safe side. Okay, this is the minimum I am talking about. There are might be chances that you will be able to get 9 correct in second passage, 7 correct in third passage. Then your score may be vary between, your fall between 23 to 27, 28, and it could result in 6.5 band, which is, I think, the marvelous score for students who have just 10 plus 2 qualification. Now look at this test. This is a real exam test, and the first passage is about the importance of children's play. And you will see that in these days, in almost every exam, what is happening now and what my experience say, first section you will get blanks and true false. Mostly it is happening nowadays. Exceptions are there, maybe sometimes blanks with list of headings can be there, but mostly blanks are there, and they are around 7, 6 or 8. If 8 blanks are there, your chances of getting very high score in the first passage go up, because it's easy to do the blanks. If you have already done enough practice, then blanks are easy to do. Attempt them and try to do all these questions thoroughly. Spend time on them. Don't worry about that timing section at this time, because if you are able to get 8 correct, and from the true false or list of headings you should be able to correct 2 or 3 answers at least for getting 11 or 12. After that you will get passage 2, and in second passage usually paragraphs are there in these days, and the questions are like which paragraph contain the following information. So how to attempt this kind of questions? Just to read the statement and think about. It's not like just reading. You have to think, what does it mean? A description of how people misused a bike sharing scheme. So it's not just simply reading the words. Try to get the sense of this, because this sentence contains the whole paragraph behind. So what does it say? Misuse. How people misused, how people made wrong use of a bike sharing scheme. So now you will have to search such a para which is describing that how people created problems or overused or didn't follow the practice policies, rules and regulations of bike sharing, and in this way this scheme was misused. So whenever you attempt these kind of questions or list of headings, so you should find out there might be the things that you have to find out, like why, when, where, how, comparisons and processes, steps. So always look for these things. If the heading statement is asking you why this happened, how this happened in this case, how people misused. So here you will find the paragraph which is telling you the process of misusing something. So why is there in second? Then you will look for reasons. A reference to a people being unable to profit from their work. So it means that this paragraph is telling you that why people are not able to earn profits. Such kind of information will be there. So always focus on these things first. And along with that, now one more important thing that I forgot to tell you, that while attempting list of headings or which paragraph contains, before reading these you should read other questions as well, because when you are trying to solve these things, these questions, you will also get the answers of the next questions that could be MCQs, or that can be true, false, yes, no, and you will be able to find those as well along with that. So it will save your time. Always try to save your time after attempting the first passage. In second passage, if you are able to save 2-3 minutes, that will give you advantage for third passage. And if you get again the blanks, like first word, only one word type blanks, so you should also read it. And when you start attempting other questions like headings or which paragraph, you should be able to get the information about such kind of blanks while attempting headings. So this is called multiple approach, mean reading so many types of question at a time and attempting. So if you get the answer of this question, suppose while attempting the list of headings, you can quickly come here and fill that blank, then again switch back to your other headings and attempt in this way. For third passage, I suggest you that you should have at least 15 minutes. Out of 15 minutes, you should be able to dedicate 11 to 12 minutes for questions and do it quick. Do not try to read each and every line at this time, because there will be shortage of time. And just go for keywords, like for example, list of researchers are there. Just search these names in the passage and just read one sentence before and 1 or 2 sentences after their names, and what they say, try to match with the statements and answer in this way. Again, if you are having blanks and true, false or yes, no not given in third section and no MCQ, it means that this is your luck. This is your great luck that you didn't get MCQs in last passage, because last passage MCQs are always very hard and very difficult, and even there is a shortage of time. Do not forget to recheck your paper and check properly that have you transferred the answers. Is there any question that you are not able to attempt? You do not leave any question unattempted, because this is not going to give you any advantage. Now coming back to writing. So there are two tasks. Task 1, that in general students, for general students can be letter writing and letter writing, and for academic students it could be report writing. So here I am discussing about report writing. And task 2, essay. Always attempt essay first. Okay, so when you read the essay, you should check it, which type of essay is this. Is it opinion based, like asking for your opinion, are you agree or do you agree or disagree, or to what extent do you agree or disagree, or do you think that advantages outweigh disadvantages, and discuss both views and give your opinion. All these 4 type of essays are opinion based essays that require your opinion, and you should give your opinion in introduction. You should mention what do you think personally about that. This is really very important. Most of the students ignore this, and after that you start attempting body para 1, body para 2, that you already I think familiar with. And other types like advantages, disadvantages, causes, effect and solution, they are easy. Then after writing your essay, then spend 5 minutes on vocabulary. Think about any whether you have repeated some words. If you repeated some words, then rub few of them and think about other alternative or substitutes for them. This is the right way to use vocabulary. And also find out that is there any sentence that can be written in a better way, like by making complex or compound sentence. Then you attempt task 1, and the task 1, line graph, bar chart, pie chart, these things are there, and according to as per the topic of the task 1, think about the vocabulary. If there is a process chart, then you need to write passive language. If there are maps, then you need to do comparison before and after, or in case of present time or future time, the changes that will take place in the layout of any building or garden or park. Such things are there, and these things you must practice before sitting for the exam. And the most important thing I would like to mention here, that handwriting, that should be neat and clean. Write slowly, write clearly, so that a reader can easily read all your sentences. So at last I will say all the best for your exam, and be patient, be cool for your exam. This is the fight between you and yourself. If you are able to control your emotions and remain bold and brave throughout the exam, you will be surely able to get your dream score. That could be anything like 6.5 or 7 overall. Thank you for watching this video.